In the ancient world, where myths intertwined with reality, Mount Olympus rose majestically above the clouds, its peaks cloaked in ethereal mist and the whispers of the gods. It was a realm of splendor, where the divine beings resided, each with their own powers, quirks, and stories. Yet beneath the shimmering facade of immortality and grandeur lay a secret so profound that even the mightiest of gods feared its revelation. This was the forbidden secret of Mount Olympus, a truth that could shatter the delicate balance between the divine and the mortal. The secret was guarded fiercely by Zeus, the king of the gods, who sat upon his throne, a figure of authority and wisdom. He was revered for his thunderous might and feared for his temper. Yet beneath the weight of his crown, a shadow of doubt lingered. The truth that he and the other gods concealed was not merely a matter of pride or power, it was a matter of existence itself. The gods had discovered a prophecy, one that foretold the rise of a mortal who would possess the power to challenge their dominion. This mortal would not only have the strength to rival the gods, but would also possess the knowledge of their greatest weakness. This prophecy had been whispered by the fates, those enigmatic beings who spun the threads of destiny. They had revealed that a child born under a rare celestial alignment would one day unlock the mysteries of the universe, including the true nature of the gods. This child, known as the Seeker, would have the ability to bridge the gap between the divine and the mortal, wielding knowledge that could either elevate humanity or bring about the downfall of Olympus itself. As centuries passed, the gods took measures to ensure that the prophecy would remain unfulfilled. They manipulated the stars, twisted fate, and even intervened in the lives of mortals to prevent the Seeker's birth. They created illusions, sowed discord, and distracted humanity with tales of heroism and adventure, all the while burying the truth deeper within the annals of time. Yet, despite their efforts, the whispers of the prophecy persisted, echoing through the ages, igniting curiosity and ambition in the hearts of mortals. Among those mortals was a young woman named Callista, born under the very celestial alignment that the gods feared. She grew up in a humble village at the foot of Mount Olympus, where stories of the gods were woven into the fabric of daily life. Callista was different from her peers. She possessed an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a keen sense of intuition that often led her to question the status quo. The villagers regarded her as peculiar, a dreamer who spent more time gazing at the stars than tending to her chores. As she matured, Callista became aware of the whispers surrounding her birth. The elders spoke of a prophecy, a destined child who would challenge the gods. The stories fascinated her, igniting a spark within her that refused to be extinguished. She found herself drawn to the mountains, to the very heights of Olympus, where she believed the truth lay hidden. With each passing day, her resolve strengthened, and she began to explore the ancient texts that spoke of the gods and their secrets. One fateful night, as the stars aligned in a breathtaking display, Callista ventured into the sacred grove at the base of Mount Olympus. There, she encountered a shimmering portal, pulsating with energy and beckoning her closer. It was a gateway to the divine realm, a passage that had been long forgotten by mortals. With her heart racing and determination surging through her veins, she stepped through the portal, leaving behind the world she had known. On the other side, Callista found herself in a breathtaking landscape, vibrant and alive with the essence of the gods. She wandered through lush gardens where ambrosia flowed like rivers, and the air was thick with the scent of divine flowers. The beauty was intoxicating, yet a sense of foreboding hung in the air. As she ventured deeper into the realm, she felt the weight of the gods' gaze upon her, their curiosity mingling with apprehension. Zeus, sensing the disturbance in the fabric of fate, summoned the council of gods. They gathered in their grand hall, adorned with gold and marble, where the very essence of power pulsed through the air. Hera, wise and regal, spoke first, her voice steady yet laced with concern. "Immortal has breached our realm. We must act swiftly to protect our secret." Poseidon, god of the sea, leaned forward, his expression a mix of intrigue and irritation. What if this mortal is the seeker? What if she possesses the knowledge we fear? Athena, goddess of wisdom, remained contemplative, her eyes narrowing as she considered the implications. We cannot underestimate her. If she has found her way here, it is likely she seeks the truth. We must confront her, but with caution. As the gods deliberated, Callista wandered through the halls of Olympus, her heart pounding with a mix of awe and trepidation. She could feel the power that radiated from the very stones, and with each step, she felt a growing sense of purpose. She was determined to uncover the truth, to understand the nature of the gods and their connection to humanity. At last, she entered the grand chamber where the gods convened, her presence commanding attention. The air crackled with tension as she stood before them, unyielding and resolute. "I seek the truth," she declared, her voice steady. "I know of the prophecy, and I have come to claim my destiny." The gods exchanged glances, their expressions a mixture of surprise and disbelief. Zeus, his brow furrowed, stepped forward, his voice booming. "You are bold, mortal, but you tread on dangerous ground. The truth you seek is not meant for your kind." Callista met his gaze, unflinching. "But it is my truth. I was born under the alignment, and I will not be silenced. I deserve to know the secrets that bind our worlds." In that moment, the atmosphere shifted. The gods were faced with a choice: to reveal the truth and risk the consequences, or to maintain their grip on power and continue the cycle of deception. Zeus hesitated, torn between his protective instincts and the weight of the prophecy. The room buzzed with the energy of the divine, and Callista could feel the tension coiling around her like a living thing. Hera, sensing the turmoil, stepped forward. "Perhaps it is time for a new understanding between our realms. If she is indeed the seeker, then perhaps we can guide her, teach her the wisdom of the gods rather than cast her aside." Athena nodded, her expression thoughtful. "Knowledge is a powerful tool. If we share our truths, we may find a way to coexist rather than be at odds." Zeus regarded them both, weighing their words carefully. Finally, he sighed, the weight of his crown feeling heavier than ever. "Very well. We shall show you the truth, Callista. But know this, with knowledge comes responsibility. You must choose wisely how to wield it." As the gods began to unravel the threads of their secret, Callista listened intently, absorbing every word. They spoke of their origins, the creation of the world, and the delicate balance that had been maintained for eons. They revealed the existence of the prophecy, the fear it instilled in them, and the lengths they had gone to prevent its fulfillment. But what struck Callista most was the revelation of their greatest weakness, their dependence on the faith and devotion of humanity. The gods thrived on worship, their powers fueled by the belief of mortals. If humanity were to turn away, if they were to lose faith, the gods would weaken, their immortality threatened. This truth was both liberating and burdensome. It placed the fate of Olympus in the hands of those they had long viewed as inferior. As the days turned into weeks, Callista found herself immersed in the divine realm, learning from the gods and forging bonds that transcended the boundaries of mortality. She discovered the beauty of their existence, the intricacies of their powers, and the burdens they bore. In turn, she shared her own experiences, her hopes, and her dreams, revealing the humanity that lay within her heart. Yet, as she grew closer to the gods, she also felt the weight of their secret pressing down upon her. The knowledge she had gained was both a gift and a curse, and she grappled with the implications of what it meant for her people. The villagers had always revered the gods, but what would happen if they learned the truth? Would they still worship beings who were fallible, who relied on their faith for strength? One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Callista stood at the edge of Olympus, contemplating her place in the world. The gods had entrusted her with their secret, but she felt the pull of her own destiny. She could not ignore the call of her people, the desire to share what she had learned, to bridge the gap between the divine and the mortal. With a heavy heart, Callista made her decision. She would return to her village, armed with the truth. She would share the knowledge of the gods, not as a means of undermining their power, but as a way to foster understanding and unity. The gods had feared the prophecy, but perhaps it was time to embrace it, to allow humanity to awaken to their own potential. The gods gathered once more, sensing her resolve. Zeus, his expression a mix of pride and concern, spoke first. "You wish to return to your people, to share what you have learned?" "Take our stalwart Callista nodded, determination shining in her eyes. "I cannot hide this truth. It is not just mine to keep. I believe that in sharing it, we can forge a new path, one where gods and mortals coexist in harmony." Hera stepped forward, her voice gentle yet firm. "You are wise beyond your years, Callista, but know that the world may not be ready for this truth. There will be those who resist, who cling to the old ways. You must be prepared for the challenges that lie ahead." With their blessing, Callista stepped through the portal once more, returning to the familiar landscape of her village. As she emerged, the sun rose high in the sky, casting a warm glow over the land. The villagers went about their daily lives, unaware of the monumental journey she had undertaken. Gathering the villagers, Callista spoke passionately, her voice rising above the hum of skepticism. She shared the tales of Olympus, the wisdom of the gods, and the truth of their existence. The villagers listened, their expressions a mix of disbelief and curiosity. Some were skeptical, clinging to the stories they had always known, while others were captivated, their imaginations ignited by the possibilities. As the days turned into weeks, Callista continued to spread her message, fostering discussions and debates among the villagers. Slowly, the seeds of understanding began to take root. They began to see the gods not as distant, untouchable beings, but as entities intertwined with their lives, sharing in their struggles and triumphs. Yet, as the knowledge spread, so too did the fear of the gods. Some villagers, feeling threatened by the revelation, turned against Callista, accusing her of blasphemy and seeking to undermine the divine order. Tensions rose, and the once peaceful village became a battleground of beliefs. Callista found herself at the center of a storm, torn between her love for her people and her desire to honor the truth she had uncovered. The gods, watching from Olympus, felt the turmoil rippling through the mortal realm. They understood the fragility of the situation, the potential for chaos that could arise if the truth was not embraced with open hearts. In a moment of desperation, Zeus descended from Olympus, cloaked in a shroud of clouds and lightning. He stood before the villagers, his presence commanding and awe-inspiring. "I am Zeus, king of the gods," he proclaimed, his voice echoing through the valley. "You have heard the truth from Callista, and you must decide how to wield this knowledge." The villagers fell silent, fear and reverence washing over them. Zeus continued, "We are not infallible, nor are we mere figures of legend. We are bound to you as you are to us. Your faith fuels our power, but it is your choices that shape the world. Embrace the truth, and you shall find strength in unity." With those words, the weight of the gods' secret hung in the air, a challenge and an invitation. The villagers, faced with the embodiment of their beliefs, felt the stirrings of change. Some stepped forward, embracing the truth, while others retreated, clinging to the comfort of the old ways. Callista watched as the village began to transform. The conversations grew deeper, the bonds between individuals strengthened. They shared their fears and hopes, their dreams and aspirations, no longer viewing the gods as distant beings, but as partners in their journey. As the seasons changed, so too did the landscape of belief. The village became a place of dialogue, where the wisdom of the gods was woven into the fabric of daily life. Callista had become a bridge between worlds, guiding her people toward a new understanding of their existence. Yet, the gods remained vigilant, aware that not all would accept this new reality. They watched as the village flourished, but they also knew that the prophecy still loomed over them, a reminder of the delicate balance they had to maintain. In the heart of Olympus, the Council of Gods convened once more. Zeus, filled with a sense of pride for Callista, recognized the potential for a new era. "Perhaps this mortal has shown us a path we had not considered. If we can learn to coexist, we may find strength in our differences. The other gods nodded in agreement, their expressions shifting from fear to hope. Athena spoke up, her voice ringing with conviction. We must be open to this change. If humanity can embrace their own potential, we too can learn from them. Together, we can forge a new destiny. As the gods contemplated their future, Callista continued to lead her village toward a brighter horizon. The truth of Olympus had become a catalyst for growth, inspiring mortals to seek their own paths, to challenge the limits imposed upon them. They began to explore their own strengths, their own capabilities, and the world around them. The village flourished, becoming a beacon of knowledge and understanding. It attracted travelers from distant lands, seekers of truth and wisdom who were eager to learn from Callista and her people. They shared their stories, their experiences, and their dreams, weaving a tapestry of connection that transcended borders. As the years passed, Callista's legacy grew. She became known as the Seeker, a symbol of hope and unity. The villagers honored her, not as a goddess, but as a guide who had illuminated their path. They celebrated the bond between mortals and gods, recognizing that both realms were intertwined, each influencing the other. In the heart of Olympus, the gods watched in awe as their world transformed. They felt the shift in the balance of power, the emergence of a new era where knowledge and understanding reigned supreme. They no longer feared the prophecy. Instead, they embraced it as a testament to the resilience of humanity. And so, the secret of Mount Olympus, once a source of fear and division, became a bridge of connection. The gods and mortals, once separated by the veil of myth, began to walk together on a shared journey, united by the truth that had bound them for centuries. In this new world, they found strength in their differences, a harmony that resonated through the ages, forever altering the course of their destinies.